There is an estimated 1 billion common colds and flus that occur in America annually, with children getting nearly 6 to 10 episodes a year. Adults get over 2 to 4 annually. There is over 20 million lost days of school and over 24 million lost days of work every year. Welcome to another episode of Health and Healing. I'm your host, Dr. Damon Noto. Today's episode is on the common cold and flu. Common colds and flus is the #1 cause of illness in America. It's also the #1 reason people miss their job or school. Did you know that there's over 200 viruses that cause the common cold and flu? They range from the enterovirus all the way to Coxsackie virus. But by far the most common and dreaded is the rhinovirus, which accounts for up to 50% of common colds and flus in America. Common colds and flus commonly occur in autumn and spring. Today, we're going to show you various methods on Dr. Chen, thank you for letting us come today.
You're welcome.
Today we're trying to learn about colds and flus. Could you explain to us a little bit about how Chinese medicine looks at colds and flu?
Yeah, sure. Cold and flu is a kind of a common disease. Usually happen in the winter or spring or autumn, but any season can cause. But usually from the weather suddenly change. Cold, like common cold, is many people can get very easy. Flu is epidemic diseases.
And in the West, we commonly think of viruses and bacteria. In traditional Chinese medicine, do they also look at it as a type of virus?
In Western medicine, they talk like bacterial or virus, like flu, they caused by the virus. But traditional Chinese medicine, they started 2,000 years ago. We don't have a bacterial or virus, but we talk like a different terminology word, like pathogenic factors. We have cold, damp, heat, or dry.
In terms of the patient getting the cold, do they usually have some type of immunosuppression, or are they usually a little bit weak?
Yeah, every people to get sick or cold or different disease, the one reason from inside, maybe immunity low. By traditional Chinese medicine, qi is energy. If weak, or maybe cause disease. The basic treatment, people need increased immunity treatment.
And then how would you go about treating that?
The regular treatment for cold people who with cold, we have a regular acupuncture, relieve the cold. For very patient has the symptoms very light beginning. But if a patient have a fever or have like a sore throat or cough, we have to use a different therapy. We use like we call bleeding therapy and with cupping. So we'll be take blood out from the point, acupoint, and then can release the fever at the deep heat inside.
You use the word cupping.
Because after cause bleeding, we put a cup, it's negative pressure to remove the blood out. Western medicine, the doctor usually this time give antibiotic or something for anti-infection. But we use that therapy, very traditional, but the fever can be reduced immediately too.
Is it painful?
Not very painful. Sometimes like a mosquito bite, maybe. This is the treatment that they taken very quickly and sharp.
I see.
Another one also we do for moving cupping. This one on the back usually follow the UB, we call the urinary bladder meridian. So for example, that's the model. You see the many lines, we call meridians. So we move on the back. Usually this from this young side to release exterior. And then like a wind or cold or heat, any pathogenic factor removed from the meridian. We move the cups.
Gua sha, can you explain what that is?
Gua sha, they use special tools and then also affect on the meridians. and only they have scrub on the body.
Does it leave any marks to the skin?
Yes, have the mark will be take 3-5 days, even week, but it will go away.
What about herbs or medications?
Yeah, we do have around 400 individual herbs in my pharmacy, but I created the formula for each patient.
Is there any particular foods you usually advise people to eat or drink during this time?
Yeah, we usually give people some suggestion, recommend, depend the common cold caused by wind cold or wind heat. If from the wind cold, we will suggest people to go home, buy some ginger, ginger from the supermarket, they cut pieces, and cooking the soup. If from the heat, wind heat, usually have a sore throat or something, we suggest the patient go home to make a green tea and put a little bit of honey or lemon and drink it.
Because in the West, we have wives' tale about eating chicken soup when you get sick. Do Chinese people have a kind of custom that they usually do when they're sick?
Oh yeah, but chicken soup or beef soup or fish soup doesn't matter, but not for common cold time. This kind of soup is for tonification, for people deficiency or weak, but no symptoms have infection. But that soup can use after common cold relieved.
Do you have any recommendations to help people to stop them from getting the flu or from the cold?
In traditional Chinese medicine, we have a lot of things to talk about. If people who have immunity low or deficiency, they have to take something, even by the food or diet, like nourish food we mentioned, but also may take some herbs.
In India, they developed many methods